Well, the landscape could be as green and gold this year, maybe as Holbrook's colours in the Hume football, or maybe even Dimboola in the Wimmera, or Mount Burr in the mid-southeast, and maybe green and gold like Balaclava on the Adelaide Plains, or the old western districts at Butcher and Minnipa people, the west coast of South Australia. Green and gold across our countryside because canola plantings are likely to be up this year. And that was the view that came through last week when Ricky Lambert on our Friday show was able to bring us up to date with some of the agricultural commodities. Now, it appears that seed companies are reporting strong demand for canola seed. And as mentioned in the Ag Report with Ricky last week, WA has reportedly planted a record amount of 1.5 million hectares of canola this year. That's an estimated 10 to 15% more than in other years. Analysts have been predicting a 10% increase in national plantings. New South Wales, they say the plantings been down due to the drier than usual April, and Western New South Wales are hanging on to seed, while Eastern New South Wales plantings are expected to go in soon. South Australian farmers are looking forward to their first opportunity to plant genetically modified canola after the 16-year moratorium on GM crops was lifted by the Marshall government last year. While this demand for canola, Ricky asks, partly due to demand with China hungry and poor cropping conditions in Canada and Europe. And recently there was a big exporter of canola, Canada, having to import just to meet its own domestic need for oil. And the other demand driver here has been the greener theory on biofuels, that is biodiesel, particularly in the United States and Indonesia. Canola has been better for the climate, some say, than, say, corn oil or cooking oil for a source for biofuels. One Rabobank analyst predicts the USA needs to plant 12 million hectares more to meet future biofuel demand, the equivalent of half of Australia's crop. Prices have gone up to about $700 a tonne. That's delivered to port. New crop, the Melbourne Geelong, it's reaching the record high of $730 in late April. Prices are up $200 to $230 on the long-term average, and the availability of irrigation water for those who can irrigate also means that farmers can plant canola with confidence. Some great fixed contracts are available for those who can guarantee they can deliver. So if they can lock in the water, there's a guarantee of high return, writes Ricky on flownews24.com.au. It's an important article for agriculture, not just the patchwork quilt that you see when you fly over Australia's southern parts at about, I guess, August this year. We'll see, I reckon, a lot more yellow in the patchwork quilt with the green than maybe in other years. So I guess rainfall and the ability to plant is going to become the big question for those green and gold colours. But, they are popular colours, aren't they, across our footy sides, and it appears across our countryside.